I've been involved in my local urban advocacy scene for a bit, and one of the things that I've wanted to do is a video that talks about how easy or hard is it to get groceries at the place where you live. And I live in a pretty car-dependent place, so I figured, alright, give it a shot. How can I get groceries without making use of my car?
Just a heads up, the following footage is going to be a bit shaky and slightly Dutch. I wish that the streets were more Dutch than the ankles in this footage, but because of fuckery, I had to use what I had on hand. With all that said, let's go. One of the first things that you're going to notice is that I'm in the street a lot in this footage, because the pedestrian infrastructure is inconsistent at best. But even more so than that, you can see that I'm walking into the grass, and in order to get a direct path, I have to cross a river. And there's no pedestrian bridge at all. I end up falling. But once you cross the stepping stones, then it's back onto the grass again. You can pass by a nearby playground, and then you get to the streets. Eventually, you will get to sidewalks, but it's also clear that these sidewalks are designed more or less just so that you have a way to walk between the buildings of the residential complex, as opposed to being part of a larger path forward, because I end up going in the street again. Every once in a while, I will see other pedestrians. They're not common, but they're there, and they're doing the same thing. They're walking in the road. A lot of people will remark that, like, hey, you at least have a sidewalk here, and it's just this ridiculously long walk to get to the bus stop intersection. I think there's an entire video that you can do about that intersection. There's a grocery outlet right behind that bus stop, so technically you could count this as a victory. I've cut out an enormous amount of footage, but it goes to about 35 minutes. But, of course, I wanted to see a grocery run done entirely by bus. I ended up going to a nearby Food Lion. There was no crosswalk near the bus stop, so you kind of have to just scurry along the road and get to the pedestrian island before you get smacked in the ultimate game of Human Frogger. Then you have to go through this sea of parking in order to get to the grocery store.
Here's the thing. At the time of recording this previous footage, I at least had the option of using my car. Now I don't. This may be my reality for the foreseeable future, and it's clearly the reality for a bunch of other people as well. More than you think. So to brush it off and dismiss it as like, oh, it's only a few people, I think it's a huge mistake. And clearly, we need far better pedestrian and public transit options for day-to-day activities than what we have now.